It's so important to have a catch can on your Mustang. This is something a lot of people talk about online, but I find that a lot of people don't really get into why you should actually have one of these. Horsepower gain, longer engine life, less carbon buildup in the intake manifold. Well, before we can really get into that, we're going to have to break down how it actually works. First off, blow-by created in your engine from the combustion stroke pressurizes the crankcase of your engine. Therefore, it has to be vented back into the intake manifold, which is where we have our crankcase tube. Any oily mist or other contaminants that are in the crankcase will therefore be forced back into the intake manifold, which over time will cause deposits and buildup. So, a catch can is placed in between the crankcase and the intake manifold to help prevent most of these contaminants in the oily mist from actually entering the intake manifold itself. So this will reduce the carbon buildup in your intake manifold while also supplying your engine with clean and slightly more dense air. Does this actually add horsepower? Some people say it's a load, some people say it's true. Well, the oil that gets shoved into the intake manifold will actually degrade the octane or the fuel that your engine gets, thus for making it less efficient. But this isn't exactly going to give your car more power. It's just going to make the power that you had before more consistent. This will more so benefit track-focused and heavily modified cars. For example, if you're running a tune on your car and you have a catch can installed, it will actually make a truer octane reading and allow your tune to perform more efficiently than before, since you don't have that oil entering the intake manifold anymore and degrading your octane. So I decided to go with the JLT oil separator, the passenger side for a Mustang. They do make a driver's side one as well, but it's been proven that the driver's side one really doesn't catch a whole lot unless you are racing or have your car on the track. That's where the driver's side one really is important to have it as well. But for now, I'm just going to be sticking with the passenger side one. Eventually, I probably will upgrade to the driver's as well, but the passenger side is definitely a better bang for your buck, especially if you're just starting out to modifying your car. Without any more ado, let's get into the install. So here we have it. Now, like I said before, this is a very simple install that anybody should be able to do with just the very basics of tools. It's pretty much just snapping on both of those clamps. There's really not a whole lot to it. What else do we have in here? Oh, would you look at that? The instructions. First step right there, really important. You don't want to forget to do that. So first up, before you remove your engine cover, you're going to want to go ahead and remove the strut brace. Stick in your screwdriver and pry up, and just like that, they're off. Same thing on the other side. You want to get yourself a ratchet with a 10mm socket and an extension and remove the bolts that are holding the engine cover down. Unfortunately, when it came to removing this engine cover, it took two of us to do it because I kind of had to get one person to lift that brace up and another person to grab, so there's really nobody to record. But anyway, it's really simple. Not that hard to do, I'll explain. Just unbolt both sides of this brace, get one person to lift it up and over like that, and the other person just kind of grabs the engine cover and pulls it out of the way. Okay, now that that's done, we're ready for the easy part to install the catch can. Grab a hold of this little blue clamp right there, pull it back, push it towards the front of the car, and then pull it out. I do the same thing with this one in here. Just stick your hand in there, grab it, and pull it out like so. Now we are ready to actually install the catch can itself. So it pretty much goes on the same way the other one come off. You just slip it down on over that like so. Push it down, you hear a little snap, that means it locks in place. And then the same thing with the other side, like so. And just kind of root it down there to where you like it, where it's gonna sit, like so. It's very easy to get at. You can stick your hand in there to remove it, like so. And you should be good.